Today's update focuses on the upgraded Ancient and some relevant fixes that are actually pretty good, with also an idea on what Valve is working on next, right after Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is an automated service that lets you trade skins instantly for a fee, sign up now, and get up to $5 bonus. Simply add items from your inventory, then find skins that matches your current balance. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also top up your balance if you're missing a few dollars, and there's a lot of skins to choose from. Visit my link down below to get to Skins Monkey. From last update, we got some refreshed materials on Ancient, used the latest CS2 shaders, and it's actually been a very good update. Imagine that, making something look better while still running better. Feels like some lost art form. But of course, the new textures came with issues that Valve decided to fix this update. Insta-smoke lineups were ruined, and Valve decided to revert to visuals to match the original lineups, so I guess it sucks for you if you've already had to relearn Insta-smokes. Then, with this new version having refreshed textures, it toughened up this plywood, making it impossible to wallbang, so they decided to change that back as well. And another good example with the new textures meant that your smokes could sometimes fail in between here, which sucks for the guy throwing all the utility for B. Yeah, that's been fixed as well. Then we get to some of the sounds on the map, and these are subtle but nice improvements overall, like removing rain in certain areas and matching the scenery. Lastly, they mentioned player clipping adjustments, which usually means they fixed little movement issues or invisible walls that weren't aligned, which they also made sure to do on shoots because that arms race map got the same treatment as Ancient, which, makes sense. And speaking of both maps, there's now more source content available for map creators to poke around with. Then we get to some miscellaneous changes, which are all fixes. With the new version of Ancient, we had some more pronounced wet spots like these, but if you slashed them with a knife, it still created a dry impact effect, so Valve made sure to address that today. Then this mispredict shots patch note seems to be about a specific instance where if you held down your fire button as the round ended, the next round could start with your game thinking you fired, but the server not agreeing, which could cause like a weird ghost shot, or so I'm told. And with AnimGraph 2, the new animation system, some people noticed that CL lock camera wasn't behaving right, so even if you moved away from the lock camera position, the view model would stick like glue. This has now been fixed, so the behavior is back to how it's meant to be, which of course looks goofy when you go so close, but that's how it's meant to be. Then, the last update introduced one of my favorite new features in this game, the ability to use any resolution with full screen windowed mode. An absolute banger because instant tabbing is on the menu, but some people reported that there were resolutions that didn't stretch through the video settings, so Valve made sure to fix that today. And they also opened up more possible resolutions to use, so now as an example under the 16:10 aspect ratio, I have multiple new resolutions here. Pretty awesome. Then Valve says they fixed a case where relative mouse motion was incorrect on Linux, which I was able to find an open case for. Not sure if this is related, but for any Linux users, you can comment down below to help me out. And then we have the various stability improvements, which doesn't necessarily mean better performance, but this time it actually seems to mean that. According to Thor at least. This is the second time that he got a 1% low boost. Let me know if you guys also noticed a better running game after this. And before we wrap up this video, Gabe found new strings which seem to confirm that Valve is now working on the third-person character animations for AnimGraph 2. Which seems to match the theories multiple people had where Valve is moving in steps, starting with the first-person view models, with third-person animations coming next. That is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll make sure to be there when that update drops. But I'll see you guys soon. Peace.